is a one of mine, consider him a personal friend. You know a guy's a friend, he's in Jersey, which is in and of itself a problem. And we're separated by a body of water, which is okay. But every once in a while when he and Alice come over for dinner, and he wants to impress me, he takes the boat over, and they can go across the Hudson. You know, he kills a couple of dead fish or something on the way. But anyway, Mike is a wonderful lawyer over in Fort Lee, New Jersey. He's been at this 35 years, 55 years? 40 years, all right. I figure when I'm his age, I'm going to get good looking white hair. Mike's done some really, really major malpractice cases, hospital verdict cases in the medical field. I know there's a couple years ago, he's $11.5 million one, there's a $3.5 million one. That's not what he wants to talk to us about today. Every once in a while, you do something because you think it's right. All right? And it's not how much you're going to make from it, and I know this sounds like alchemy coming from a New Yorker, but the fact of the matter is, we sometimes just feel good because we do the right thing. Mike had the opportunity to work with a group to have a tremendous verdict, not the financial sense, but for the dignity of people. I'm not going to tell you about it. Me and just my good friend from New Jersey, Mike Maggiano.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I know the hour is late, and if you could bear with me with this story. This is the story that I heard. It was September 17th, 2008, 15 family members of Lorraine Young, deceased 2 days earlier in a fiery crash in Greensboro, North Carolina, were flying in from Limerick Island to New Jersey to be with her family, to be at the family's side, and grieve and share their memories of their dear Lorraine. However, at that funeral parlor in Cliffside Park, New Jersey, it was not Lorraine. In the second level, in a clear plastic bag, in a box named Lorraine Young, was the body of Lorraine's friend, Gina Johnson. And if Gina Johnson could speak, she would say, "Please, someone, hear me. A mistake has been made. Lorraine is not here. I need to get home to my family, who are waiting for me in Media, Pennsylvania." And at that very time in Media, Pennsylvania was the family of Gina Johnson. And they were in a prayer service for her body because they had been told that her body had been severely charred, and they had requested a funeral parlor in Greensboro to arrange for her cremation. And at the crematorium at that very same time, online for cremation, was the body of Lorraine Young. A terrible error, a mistake that all too often happens, had taken place. Bodies to be identified, the cause of death to be determined, was all overlooked. And the medical examiner's office once again failed in its duty and obligation to send home to the next of kin their dearly departed. And what happened, we found out, is that in North Carolina, the medical examiner's office and system is fatally flawed. I'm going to ask my partner, Chet Reagan, from Charlotte, North Carolina, who joined with me on behalf of the Lorraine Young family, to take on a battle against a system that said the medical examiner's office is untouchable. No one has ever sued or will ever sue a medical examiner in North Carolina for negligence. No duty is owed to the next of kin at all. That has now changed because we trial lawyers disregarded the bean counters, because we overlooked the 30 depositions that had to be taken, the briefs that had to be filed, the appeals that had to be made. But in the end, it was all right, and justice prevailed. If I can follow what Councilor Bryan said a bit earlier, if we are to achieve the level of professionalism that the public should look at us at, we must recognize that we're not merely merchants in the marketplace, that we are not here merely to make a living, but we're here to make a difference enable the world to be a bit better. There are many cases like this, so many wrongs going on. And every now and then, as my good friend from across the river said, just every now and then we have to stop, we have to listen, and we do have to make a difference. Thank you.